am normally a very logical and reasonable person. I don't jump to outrageous conspiracies. I like seeing things how they are. But sometimes the truth is boring. So when it comes to the paranormal, well, all of that gets thrown out the window. Aliens, ghosts, cryptids, Mothman. I love getting lost in the unknown. What could this mean, huh? A geological coincidence? Yeah, it could just be the terrain forming in a way that's familiar to the structures we humans build, making us come to the conclusion that because we do it intentionally, that nature must be doing it intentionally as well. Or maybe it's the work of fairies. See, who knows? That's the thing. We can't know with 100% certainty that the paranormal doesn't exist, and that's the appeal. But I don't think I would have been this forgiving of a complete lack of evidence if it wasn't for the fact that I've seen a ghost before. A ghost? Scoff. No way. It was probably just a trick of the light. Or, shh, my child. I used to think like you before I was blessed by my sighting. My whole worldview shattering in an instant. Things that I could have never thought possible somehow becoming a possibility right before my very eyes. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, I may be exaggerating a bit, but I was serious about seeing that ghost. So it happened in my elementary school classroom, which was located on the second story. Our classroom was very bright. Big open windows, bustling atmosphere, but there was a room there. We called it the girls' walk-in closet because, well, it was a walk-in closet. That's where the girls would put their stuff. It was honestly a very normal room, but every time I went in there, it was almost as if the warmth of the classroom left entirely. Which was odd. There was no door or anything. It's right there. Why does it feel so far away? The closet consisted of the backpack rack, some storage space, and the fire escape. A set of stairs that led right outside to the playground. There was also a tiny space there that held our earthquake safety supplies. This made it so someone could hide there without being seen from the top of the stairs. So one day I go in there to put my stuff away when I get this feeling. That primal feeling that someone was watching me. I turn towards the stairs and see it. A woman, peering up at me from behind the wall. She had pale skin, red frizzy hair, and a black and white ball gown. I freeze, not knowing what to do. Who or what is this person? We hold our gaze for a few moments as I take in the sight before me, trying to convince myself that I'm somehow seeing things, somehow misreading the situation. But this woman, there's no logical reason why a grown woman dressed like that would ever be down there. It made no sense. Eventually, I turn away, hiding behind a wall. I think to myself, okay, one of two things is going to happen here. I'm either going to look back and she's going to be gone, or she'll be right in front of me and I'll die. So I gather up all my courage and look back. She's gone. And I just exit the closet, sit back down at my seat, and continue my day. I mean, what else was I going to do? But that night, I talk to my cousin, and I say, hey, I just saw a ghost at school today. And she actually had gone to the same elementary school that I did, so she got super excited and starts recounting her own story. So she said that she was getting something from the classroom during recess, so she was the only one in there. And as she's heading back down the main staircase, she gets that feeling. She looks up and sees a pale woman on the ceiling. Red frizzy hair, black and white ball gown. Immediately books it down the stairs, making it to the playground in one piece. And I'm sitting there in awe listening to her story, but I realized something. I never told her what the woman looked like. Ooh, chills, right? Alright, I may have skewed a few details to make it a more entertaining story, but I can assure you that everything I said was still the truth. I bet it was like a teacher or something, and your child imagination went haywire. Oh my god, but where is the fun in that? Go sit in your unfun logic corner while I go frolic with some pixies. Okay, and I actually left out a pretty funny detail because I didn't want to ruin the mood, but when I was hiding behind the wall trying to gather my courage, I was thinking about Perry the Platypus. Oh god, this is so scary. What would Perry do? Yeah, what would Perry the Platypus do if he was in this situation? I also tried to tell the kids in my class about it after it happened, but none of them believed me. Well, actually, that's not true. Some of them did, but it was more in a, oh, you saw a ghost? Oh yeah, well, I saw a ghost too. But when I asked them what the ghost looked like, none of them could give me a description that matched mine, so, using my ultra detective skills, I knew they were lying. Another funny, irrelevant, but kind of relevant thing is that my cousin actually started a rumor that there was a ghost in the abandoned adult restroom. It was a glorified storage unit the kids weren't allowed into. Very elusive and exciting stuff for 9-year-olds, alright? On the very few occasions it was open, we would all crowd around to try to get a look inside. I had a lot of nightmares about that room. I was so convinced that there was a secret room attached to it that when opened revealed some sort of murder scene. So naturally, I continued the rumor for my cousin after she graduated. And I'm sure it's still around to this day, who knows? The adult restroom ghost. No other ghost stories, though, unfortunately. Well, there were a few instances. But it always just ended up being my cat. Those little gremlins. Always making horrific noises in the middle of the night. So silly.